What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's another mock draft from your very own Mount Rushmore. And today we're going to be doing a full mock draft on the Cincinnati Bengals. It's going to be a 7-rounder, and they don't have too many picks. They have 8 picks, not too many, and not too little. So this is going to be a pretty filled draft. Let's start. First of all, our first pick is round 1, pick 5, and here I'm going to take a wide receiver. They need someone who can help, someone who can ease Joe Burrow's job. Because it's already hard when you're fresh out of college and you have no preseason. So Joe Burrow was fresh out of college, no preseason, and he was just given the reins. That's already hard enough. But AJ Green had an off year, and he was constantly getting destroyed out there. So I think they're going to draft Jamar Chase here of LSU. In 2 years with LSU, he had 107 receptions, 2,093 yards, and 23 touchdowns. Chase opted out of the 2020 season because of COVID-19, unfortunately. But when he was still playing, he was a deep threat who has great hands, and he's fast. And I think he would fit in well here because him and Joe Burrow have played together on the same LSU team. So that's why I'm drafting him. He would be a beautiful fit here. Next, round 2, pick 37. I'm going to address offensive line. Specifically, offensive tackle. I'm going to draft Alex Leatherwood here of Alabama. He is 6 feet 5 inches, 312 pounds. So he is a beast out there. And I think he would do wonders in protecting Joe Burrow's blind side. That was a problem all year with Burrow. And for those of y'all who remember Andrew Luck, he retired just because of injuries. And that was partly because of a not so great offensive line. And I don't want that to happen to Joe Burrow. So I'm going to draft Alex Leatherwood here. And y'all should see highlights of the game between the Ravens, the first game between the Ravens and the Bengals. That Ravens line was just terrorizing Joe Burrow. I mean, there was no time for him to throw. He was getting terrorized. The final score, by the way, was 28-3, Baltimore winning. So think about that for a second, and consider my last pick. Next, round 3, pick 69. I am going to go to defense, the first defensive pick of the day. And I'm going to draft Quincy Roach of Miami. In 4 years with Miami, Roach had, listen to this, 30.5 sacks, 8 forced fumbles, and 182 tackles. So he has potential, he has talent, and he just needs to be groomed a little, but doesn't every player here. And I think Quincy Roach would do wonders in rushing quarterbacks because Carlos Dunlap left, and besides Carl Lawson, their edge rushers aren't, they're struggling. Well, I'll put it like that. They're struggling. And I think Roach would do a beautiful job here in rushing quarterbacks. That would be a 1-2 punch from Lawson and Roach. Next, round 4, pick 110. I'm going to go cornerback. And here it is, cornerback. And here I'm going to draft Kerry Vincent Jr. of LSU. And in 3 years with LSU, he had 88 tackles, 1 sack, and 6 interceptions. So, not bad. Not bad at all. He is a great cornerback who has size, speed, hands, and coverage abilities. And he can help a struggling backfield improve by a lot. And one of the main reasons their defense wasn't doing so hot this year was probably because their backfield was getting carved out there by quarterbacks like Phillip Rivers and Lamar Jackson. That is just a not so great thing to have done to you. And I think Kerry Vincent can definitely improve the cornerback position. Next, round 5, pick 150. I'm going to go safety. Another secondary position. Here I'm going to draft Tyree Gillespie of Missouri. Gillespie, in 4 years with Missouri, he had 146 tackles, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble. So, they're pretty good stats. I mean, no interceptions. That's not a problem. The Bengals don't have a problem with interceptions. They have a problem with, let's just say they have a problem with letting the quarterbacks have too much time. And I think Tyree Gillespie is that kind of rushing safety who can make a huge impact out there. Next, round 6, pick 191. I thought long and hard about this one, and I decided to go with a tight end here. And specifically, Miller Forrestall of Alabama. His stats on paper are okay. 4 years with Alabama, he had 44 receptions, 505 yards, and 5 touchdowns. But it was really when I watched him play that I felt like he would be a great part of this Bengals offense. Because besides CJ Uzomah, I think they need another tight end. And Miller Forrestall of the Crimson Tide would be a great fit here. And in college, Mac Jones had another weapon. And he was just really great with when Forrestall was playing. And that's why I think Joe Burrow would have a huge help here. Another weapon for him to kind of ease into the starting quarterback job. He didn't have that time to ease in. He just got the reins, and it was just good luck. Just score points. Next, round 7. Pick 227. I'm going to go linebacker here. And I'm going to draft KJ Britt of Auburn. In 4 years with Auburn, Britt had 116 tackles, 2.5 sacks, and a forced fumble. So he has speed, he has size, he needs grooming, he needs that ability to get more sacks, to rush faster. But those are coachable flaws that the Bengals can work out. But more importantly, y'all might notice that I am adding a lot of defensive players who have the ability to rush the quarterback. And that was a problem with the Bengals. Like I said earlier, way too much time to throw. And those are mistakes you cannot afford to make when you're playing people like Phillip Rivers, Lamar Jackson, or Ben Roethlisberger. You just cannot afford to make those mistakes. So I'm going to draft KJ Britt. He has the ability again, but he needs a little grooming, and that's no problem. Bengals can work with that. Last pick of the Bengals draft, round 7, pick 245. I thought about this one. What is a great way to close out the Bengals draft? And I was thinking, go with offense, running back. I'm going to go with the running back here. Because Joe Mixon, he was okay. They need a stronger player here. And I think here they take C.J. Verdell of Oregon. In 3 years with Oregon, he had 464 attempts, 2,523 yards, 21 touchdowns, 5.4 yards a carry. So not bad at all. Those are actually really good stats for a running back. And he would add that 1-2 punch if he was paired up with Giovanni Bernard. Like I said, Joe Mixon's been struggling, but don't quote me on that. There is no reason why he can't get back in form. And C.J. Verdell would be a great pick here. If Joe Mixon were to get back in form, then that would be another running back who opposing defenses would have to worry about. And y'all should see his stats. When he gets a gap, he is just a train that just goes through and stops at the end zone. So, all right, so to go over the picks, Pick 5, Jamar Chase, wide receiver, LSU. Pick 37, Alex Leatherwood, offensive tackle, Alabama. Pick 69, Quincy Roach, edge rusher, Miami. Pick 110, Kerry Vincent Jr., cornerback, LSU. Pick 150, Tyree Gillespie, safety, Missouri. Pick 191, Miller Forrestall, tight end, Alabama. And pick 227, KJ Britt, linebacker, Auburn. And last but definitely not least, pick 245, CJ Verdell, running back, Oregon. So thanks for watching, you guys. Feel free to subscribe. Don't forget to do that. Leave any comments in the chat. And I've said this in my past few videos, but if you want me to do a specific team, remember to just leave it in the comments. I will consider that team, and I am not doing this by a specific order, guys. So if you really want a mock draft of any team, just leave me a comment. All right? Have a good day. Have a good rest of the week. Remember to watch my next draft. So hope you like it, and have a good day. Bye.